the depths of the Twitch stream, where the vibes are bright, there's a gaming catastrophe trying with all his might. You'll be fumbling through levels, but he's got one thing right. Chat's there to lift him up through every pixelated fight.
Ruby's cursing at the game, hands trembling on his keys. But chat's filling up his screen with love and good vibes that please.
Through the lag and glitches, they're his greatest expertise. Yubi knows he's got it all when chat is there to appease. Yubi feels the love from chat, a streamer, shining star. Through every fail and epic fall, they never drift too far. With every emote and pop jam, they heal his broken heart. You'll be at chat forever till the gate tears them apart.
Sitting there waiting, twiddling my thumbs. Yubi stream should have started by now. It's nearly one. I've been catching his shows since back in '93. But these delays got me wondering, where could that Yubi be? I got the blues rock pumping through my veins. The Yubi's taking his time, it's driving me insane. I need that riff and those soulful lips. But these delays got me wondering, what's causing Yubi's tricks? Yubi wants a piece of your stream. I've been waiting here, it's like a bad dream. Oh, Yubi, don't make me beg. Just strum that guitar and ease my aching head.
Yubi's a glitch, making games all day. His skills are lacking, but he still finds a way. He's the hero of the stream, none can compare. Yubi's streaming all night, with his chat by his side, guarding his fight. From pixelated worlds to virtual lands, Yubi's on a quest, and he stands in his hands.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Always bringing that cheer. Let's play My Dears. Although we're playing guitar, not games. You're very much welcome to grab a controller if you want, though. You can pretend you're playing Guitar Hero, although I'm more like Guitar Zero. How you doing, everybody? Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, depending on where you are. Good to see you, Time Surfing Alien. Hey there, Celta. Got both Twitch and YouTube popping off this morning. Sorry, getting the guitar all prepped up. A little bit of the old string juice. Hey there, Timothy Bad Boy Mulligan. Hopefully you're feeling good today. Hopefully you're going to get out of the hospital soon. Hope your fever is still staying low for you there, big guy. Let's kill that out completely, and let's do some audio. Some audio test. See how the guitar sounds. Woo, sounds rough. Gonna be there all week. Oh no. Sucks. I'm going to say the levels are okay on the guitar. Yes, the good old neck deodorant. Definitely need that. Switch over to this screen. Yes. Backing track dialed in. Feels good. Feels pretty good to me. We need something a little more bite than that. PM level did go up. Got the test back. The virus my donor has is making you sick. Ouch. Therapeutic dose of medicine, but they have to retest and see if the levels drop. That's rough to hear, bro. Shanty, good to see you. Good little warm up there. A little more energetic than I normally do. That is rough to hear, brother. Rough to hear that you're going to be stuck in the hospital for a week. Not what somebody wants to hear. Not the right sound for that. There we go. Ah, wrong. I agree. Celebrate life. I mean, you never know. It can be really, really, really short. I feel like you need to play something a little faster today if I'm up to it. Oh man. Slowly pushing myself there. I definitely am slowly pushing myself there. You know what? Actually, I was thinking maybe we sit down and take that, because this is a riff that I was playing last night when I was doing some freeform stuff. Well, I think I was using that setting. You know, we speak chat ease in here. You don't have to worry about getting the proper typing. I was thinking of maybe taking that riff and see if we couldn't make something out of it. So, you know what? I think we're going to do it. Something not blues. See, that's one of the... So the biggest problem with the idea of playing something quote-unquote not blues is that all of my phrasing is blues phrasing. And if I play... I play other tracks off stream because they are horrible to hear. And I don't like... It's not that it's not that I mind messing up in front of people. It's that I really mind painfully messing up in front of people, like constantly. One moment, my allergies is killing my eyes. Oh, that hurts. I hate this time of year. I hate trees having sex, man. Plays blues phrasing for jazz, but blues phrasing, it is. So yeah, so I have been working on some other stuff. It's not there yet. You guys can hear that, right? Yeah, you can. I can see the meter bouncing. Just wanted to make sure I had the had Cakewalk set up where you could hear the output. Hey RJ, how you doing, buddy? All right, so what we're gonna do is I need to set this up the right way. So I need the console up down here. I need to bring this over. This one is not going into master. It's going to go into a new stereo bus that we're going to call rhythm guitar. You're probably absolutely right about that, Shandy. You're probably 100% right about that. This one's going to be rhythm Right, one. I'm going to take this track here, and you hard right because you're the right track, and then we will duplicate it. Right, two. Both of the, we're going to take you and duplicate you again. Left one. And you left. Duplicate this track. Yeah, and if you're where you can hear but can't read, RJ, looks like Timothy's going to be in the hospital for another week. So this should only sound like the right. It does. This one should sound like the left. It does. Play them together, and we have combined stereo. Yes, we do. All right, now what we need to do is we need to set up what we want this rhythm guitar to sound like. So let's start tossing our effects on it. Toss noise suppression in there because we need noise suppression because it's kind of noisy. And we'll toss in our amp sim. And this one, I think the rigged rhythm tone was the one I was going to use on it. Yeah, that's the one I was going to use. Yeah, what about the metal one? Your metal one. So, using that one, and it's going to need a little bit more noise suppression to it. There we go. Good. Now we need to expand that out into the stereo field, so let's add wider for that. Stereo. Starting to build that wall of sound without even doing anything yet. Yeah, he dropped some detailed info in the chat. You can scroll back and read it. But just getting you caught up verbally there. And it needs a little bit of reverb, just a touch. So we'll put the remix player in it. Here we go. A little hot. A little hot. Better? Ooh, that's way too much. All right, let's bring down the wet on that. A little more, down a little bit more. Sounds good. All right, so we got the rhythm tone dialed in. Now, the next thing you do is need to figure out exactly how I'm doing this. I mean, be about there. I got the rhythm. Let me get a tap rhythm so I can figure out the exact rhythm on it. About 120. That's about what I figured it was. Getting better at actually figuring that out. Okay, so now what we need is we're going to need a track to keep us in time. So let's bring in a drum track. So we need Power Drum Kit. MIDI track so we can build the track for it. Step sequencer. that out of there. Oh, it needs to be sent to that. This as a timing, so we're going to hit crash on. And another crash. Helps if you actually put it on the right beat. That would throw me off slightly. It's out. I have no idea why it does not ever want to properly loop these the first time through. It annoys me. Save this. Call it stream riff 1. Well, I didn't even spell that. Yeah, I did. I didn't spell it right. I thought I put stream or FF, but I put an I in there. Apparently, Ubi can type slightly. And then what we'll do is we'll close it, and then we'll reopen it, and it'll fix it where it actually will loop properly. I don't understand why it does that, but it does. Okay, it's looping just fine now. Made no changes to it other than closing it and reopening it. Sometimes the software annoys me. Okay, so we're going to record up here. Doesn't feel like it's right. That needs to be a little bit faster, actually. Well, that's more in tune with what I'm playing. Got the tempo closer. I think it needs to be just a touch faster though. Maybe 35, 135. Yes, 135 seems like the right tempo. Let's put something to let's record something, shall we? Here, Progress, super proud of me. Thank you, Eselta. I'm super proud of you too. Not playing back. Because of that. No. You're not muted. It's recorded. The waveform is right there on the screen. Matter of fact, here, if we swap over to... No. Yeah, that one. You can see that the waveform is right there on the screen. It's there. It's just not playing it for some reason. Why are you not playing? Rhythm guitar is going to master. You are going to rhythm. This makes no sense. Literally, the output is not even coming out anymore. What the hell is up with this? Gain's at 0. Fader's here. I successfully managed to break this hard, apparently. Playing fine there, but it's not playing fine if I go to that bus. What the hell is up with what the... I'm going to reload it again. Never had this kind of problem with it before. Nope. I get it works fine if it goes to master. This one's going out to master. Like it should. Works fine if I put it on another bus, but something on this bus is just like, you know, nah, we're not going to work anymore. Yeah, it's like nothing's going into that bus whatsoever. Right's going into it. You hear that? They're both panned left, which they should be. Of course, you notice that it's playing the full... This doesn't make any sense. Whereas if I send this to that other bus, it plays just the right, like it's supposed to. Man, I'm at a loss as to why this is doing this. It won't send the right in at all. What have I done to break this? This makes 0 sense. All right, that makes even less sense. So anything pan right is not coming through. Is it Remix causing it? I'm going to kill all the effects and see what happens. The noise suppression is causing it. Why is the noise suppressor causing it? Apparently, when it's put to mono, it only sends the left channel on the noise suppressor. I did not know that. We learn something new every day. Okay, that's one of the weirdest things I've ever run into. I've never run into. I've never noticed that. That's weirdest. That's really weird. But we've learned something new. This is the right channel. The one that I'm trying to get work is the right. So what was going on is the noise suppressor was set to mono, which means apparently it mixes everything from the left channel to the stereo. So these, which are recorded to be the right channel and they're pushed to the right, were not being sent through because of the way that the noise reduction was working. And so when I was playing either of the right channels up here, they weren't going through. When I was playing the left channels, not only were they going through, but they were going through a stereo. So okay, so that works. What we'll do now is we'll actually put a real drum track behind it. Or start putting a real drum track behind it. Let's start with a standard kick on 1, snare on 2. Right. Because, okay, so Shanty, what you don't understand is I'm using a process called double tracking. I'm actually going to record 2 guitar tracks. I'm going to put one on the left side and one on the right side. Right now, I've only recorded the right track, so that's all you hear when I play it. I'm going to go back and record a second track over it, which will be the left track. It's trippy, but what you're hearing is actually what is supposed to be there. It's a guitar recording technique that makes the sound much more thick. Also helps fix some of the sterile feeling from my digital rig. You know, I do the best I can, but this gives it more of an analog feel. It also gives it a much bigger feel. Do I like that? Ooh, do I like that? Let's listen to that a little longer. Maybe we go with that. No, that's going to throw it off. I actually kind of like that, so I think we'll stick with that. But I also don't want I don't want to go with the rim on that. I will go with the rim on both. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Go. Symbols 1. Add a step sequencer in here. Help me, step sequencer. Pattern load. So I've got the right. Can't even hear that because of the Yep, that works. And then now we need a fill track. Everybody's seeing my my creative, or my what's the word I'm looking for? Music production technique. All right, now we need a fill up here, or at least a crash on 4. So that's going to be crash on 5, technically, because we've got an extra. That should be a crash right on 2. Now that I think about it. Be a crash on 2 and 3. Drums are settled. Now we record the left track, and everything will seem a little more understandable. So. Without, when you play it all together, it should sound like. So, drop these ends off to there, and then we have some issues currently. So now I need to figure out the chorus part that I wrote for it. Gonna work just fine. I don't have to mess with that any. So those. Just a little off there. Okay, cool. All right, recording, take 1. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to carry these out, but I will have to crossfade out to fix that little bit that I have on the ends there. Shouldn't be too difficult, theoretically. Show me automation. Right about there. Yep. That one. Here. There. Yeah, that prevents that from just dying too quickly, which was doing before. So that works. All right, zoom back. Don't need this automation lane up. I mean, I do need the automation lane up now that I think about it, just in case we, since we are going to record later on. Now that I think about it, Ubi, there, that. Okay, cool. It'll throw me off later on and be like, why is it not working? All right, we need to record the second part, or the other side. So, boom, boom, hit the record. I think I actually got 2 good takes in a row there. Look at that. Who are you and what have you done with Ubi? And then technically all I need to do, if I wanted to cheat and make the song a little longer, is to copy this and go right about there and paste it. No, right about there and paste it. And then take this one, copy it, right about there and paste it. Extend the drum track out. To at least there. Those are not in sync above your pay grade. The reason why these two are not in sync is because they are not in sync. That needs to be right there. That needs to be right. There it is. Always in the mood for that chanting. So I could just cheap out and do it that way. And I will for a moment, because I'm going to use this to build up the drum part for the chorus section. Take the guitar out of the old lap because I need to concentrate. All right, so chorus starts here. There. There. Chorus ends there. So. There we go. So that opens it up where we can stick a different drum track in there. All right, so let's get the shells set for it. Duplicate. This is going to be... Figure out how to grab the whole thing. There we go. Shells 2. That's the other good thing about it, RJ, is that since this is recorded, there'll be a VOD of it. So, all right. So here we want to add in a new drum sequence. Load pattern. Beat drum 1. Okay. This is going to cover that section. All right. So before we were doing a kick on 1, 3, and snare on 2 and 4. So I think we're gonna we'll go to a halftime feel. That goes there, that goes there. So, yep, that's what we want. It won't burst into flames until you start adding effects on top of it. The flat DAW itself isn't that painful to the processor. Once you start adding the effects in, go, boy, it's gonna, yeah. Right, duplicate. Symbol 2. And why does this not look right? Oh, I've actually duplicated those twice. That explains why everything was weird. Okay, delete that. This is actually symbol 2 here. Duh! I'm Ubi and I am completely in control. Pattern. Alright, we're going to go to the ride for this one. So... velocity up on it, so the drummer's treating that ride like it owes it something. Okay, we need a second fill in there. Because I want to have kind of a growing bit there in that last. Floor tom's perfect for it. Okay, we need individual. Didn't have that timed right. I want this to be there. Is where I want that to go. Go all the way through it. Ah, that's what I was looking for there. Hold track velocity up a little bit. That track itself needs to go up a bit hotter. All right, let's hear that in totality. Kind of like that. Kind of like the way that that changed the. That'll work. That will work. I'm not a drummer, but I do pretend to be one on stream. All right. What time is it? 1:53. We've been going close to an hour. I'm going to try to throw a bass line on this. I think I do. See you later, Time Surfer Dan. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it. Good to see you as always. Yeah, I think we want to throw a bass line in there first before we do anything else. So I need to insert an audio track into here. Whoop, wrong spot. I want you to go under that one. Bass 1. Bass is going to go into its own bus, which is going to be E. We'll just make that our bass guitar. Right. We'll just throw 1 in there for the moment. We might need to have a second take on it. Whoops. Ubi's voice is coming through the bass. There we go. All right. Let's make this guitar sound like a bass. So. Flipping slightly. There we go. All right, so that's guitar. Good old guitar. So we go into our bass guitar chain over here. Throw some effects on it. Sorry. Ubi is playing in your stereo field. Noise suppression. Stereo, because we know that screws it up if we don't. Okay, we're going to need a lot of noise suppression for this one, because it ends up being super noisy. And then we will grab Tonex. Tonex is not the next one I want in the chain, though, so I need to adjust this slightly. But I've got a good... Come on. I hate how long it takes for Tonex to fully load. Come on, you can do it. We believe in you, Tonex. Oh, it's got us on the Black Angus. Go. All right, so that's an actual bass amp and cab, so that's a start. But more importantly, we got to sound like a bass amp first. So we need to go into pitch shift. Nope, it's not in there. It's in here. Pitch proof. There it is. That's my pitch shifter. All right, turn the tuner display off. You are working in that. Drop you down 12. And then I want it to be pitch shifted before Tonex. Now, all of a sudden, we sound like a bass. Tonex's tone needs to go up a bit. Oh, I know what's wrong. I'm like, what is that weird noise to it? Pitch proof is not set to 100% wet, so I'm still getting a little bit of the actual guitar. Yeah, that sounds like a good bass line there. We'll go with that. Let's record it. All right, well, it helps if we don't jump the gun there. Not sure I like that take. Actually, not bad. mean, there's a little bit in there that I didn't like, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done. So now if we take this and copy it, duplicate this track, so we have base 2, so that I can drop this in. Okay, can I? I want to rename it. Thank you. There we go. Take this track, copy it. I want you to go there. That should restart at the right time. Now I just need to clean up that mess up in the mess up inside of the chorus, and we will call this done. There we go. That's going, newbie. Much smoother. Oh, I should have done the should have done a walk with the bass. I should have went the. That's all right. That's all right. It's all right, Ubi. So what we've got here, I need to eat this edge off back to there. Yeah. We got the start of a backing track there. That's can actually kill some of that early warble too, just by going like that. Actually no. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Start snapping off so we can get it right up to it. Yeah. There. We have any others that we need to, yeah, turn these guys out. That's pretty. Add a bunch of extraneous noise we don't need in there. Bass that we need to trim that bit off. There. This one. There. All right. So not bad. Less than because yeah, I played a backing track earlier, so this is about 30-40 minutes of work for so far. It's not bad. just need to write a little more to go into it. Actually, I could probably go back into that chorus again, and then maybe a bit of a slow breakdown or the like afterwards. Tone is thicker than pea soup. It's a really awesome tone. I really am very happy with the tone I've got dialed in. And then once you add a little bit of the studio trickery to it, I've double tracked out that, and I've pushed it out into the stereo field. And yeah, so all those tricks that they used for making those really, really amazingly thick tones working together pretty good. Then throwing in some fake bass in there helps really, really give it more thickness as well. But yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad for about 45 minutes of work. Now, of course, I wrote the riff I'd been playing with since last night. So, I mean, a couple hours of work on the riff, but not that that's a complex riff or anything, but yeah, that works. We will save that one, and I will continue to work on that. I think we're going to expand that out, maybe do a full original song with it. I don't know. But we'll do something. Maybe that might be something we do on stream for the next couple of days. Is see if we could get an entire track done, like one that we feel that's good to release out in the world, and maybe I'll convince someone. I'm not naming any names, but their name rhymes with a Celta, to maybe lay down some parts that I can use in it. That would be neat. Hey, David, how you doing? Yeah, I'm actually live at the moment. We've been working on some recording today instead of just playing the backing track stuff. But yeah, this is going to be a full. I'm definitely going to do this as a full backing track for sure. And then we will definitely do like I said, I'm going to do. I think I'll build it as a backing track first, and then I'll write a lead part for it, and then record the whole thing in there, and get that up into get that whole thing set up and put out in there to as a release. I think so. Hey, New Mexico Saint, Jay Guitars, how you guys doing? Have a solo in your head for it. Well, then what you need to do is once you get out of the hospital, you need to grab your guitar and record the solo and send it over to me, and we'll turn it into a collab. So, but yeah, that worked pretty good. I mean, it worked really dang good, to be honest. I need to figure out a good breakdown section for it. I'll probably do. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. I'll have to go back into writing mode after that. But yeah, that worked pretty darn well. Yeah, I'm actually happy with the stream. I mean, I've been happy with the streams recently that we've had and done, but I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna let's do it one more time. I think one of the things I want to do is I come back and do the second verse as an actual recorded and not a copy. To give it some actual character, because like I said, that the second time through there is just a copy of the first time through. We'll knock those off, and we'll actually record the second time through so that it has some nuance and some character to it. But yeah, there's some EQ that needs to be applied to it. There's some additional stuff that I would do for mastering it for sure. let's see, what would I do? First thing I would do is I would put in PDR Nova on the master chain so that we can get everybody mid focus and see what that does to it. For that a little bit. So I do some EQ on it, and then I would also do a little bit of dynamic to it. I don't know if I would use any of those. Which one would I use? Yeah, you know what? I probably would use the M compressor, and then do they've got a mastering -6 that I like to use. Hey Grumble, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Really good. Been pretty good lurking while he was working on finishing Skyrim mod list. How am I? I am, other than being absolutely assaulted by tree pollen, I'm doing really good. Today has actually been a pretty darn good stream. Matter of fact, we're going longer than I normally would, just because I'm enjoying playing with the stuff that I'm playing with in here. It does need a little bit of. Needs a little something, and I'm not sure what I need. It doesn't need any of that. Oh, that's right. Cult Nev was the one that I was using. That's the one I was using, not M compressor. There, and then we were using mastering. Let's see what that sounds like. It definitely brings the drums up a little bit. Yeah, I agree. That's actually that's definitely the next thing I'm going to do. Is it needs a little bit of a harmony over the chords. I agree 100%. That sounds exactly the type of thing that it definitely could use. Something like a. Oh, we are on the bass chain, which we don't want. Thinking something along the lines of. It'll play it as a harmony, actually. Nah, that's too much. Let's see. What am I doing that? That's an A. I might actually do that as a clean or a much more clean sounding. But just playing the... so probably up here. Maybe something like that, so... yeah, I've got an idea of what I would do in it. I have an idea of exactly how I would do it, but I would do a different guitar tone for it. A cleaner tone, something with a lot less... I'd pull the distortion back and that sort of thing to make them ring out better. But yeah, for sure. That's exactly the kind of thing I would do for that as well. And then, like I said, I'm going to put... I think I'm going to... because it's verse, chorus, verse, and then we'll throw the chorus in there. And then coming out of the chorus... kind of a more broken down section where it's going to be designed specifically for a solo. And then back into the chorus, verse, and then probably finish on the chorus. Mentally, it's the how I've got it arranged in my head. But yeah, we'll have to play with that moving forward on that. So yeah, that'll work. What time is it? I have a granddaughter I'm going to need to pick up here in about 30 minutes. So I probably should stop messing with this and get ready to do that. So I think we're going to call it a stream there at that point. So yeah. I realized I was doing that last bit of there where you guys couldn't see what I was doing, but that's okay. Yeah, so what we're going to call that a stream. And yeah. I think that's exactly what we'll do. We will, you know what, for the next couple of streams, I think we're going to work on this track. I'll do some writing during the week this week. But I'll save the recording for on stream. So that way, this will be kind of a recording of how I do my recordings. I know I don't have a lot of my original stuff out there. I do have quite a few original songs that I have in the works, processes that I've done. And I've got a couple of... If you go back to some of the older streams before we got the telly, we did this sort of thing where we built a small kind of a backing track type thing. So yeah, so you can see that process. But yeah, this is going to be the first time I think I'm going to complete an entire song on stream. But yeah, that's what we'll do. So we're going to call the stream there. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you to Shanty and Celta and Grumble, who joined us over on the Twitch side, on the YouTube side. Boy, there was a lot of you. Time Surfing Alien. Timothy Bad Boy Mulligan, thanks to RG's Cave. Hang on, I'm scrolling back through here to see everybody who was here. I know a couple of other latecomers popped in. David, thanks for joining. Jade Guitars, New Mexico Saint. Love seeing all of you. Thank all of you for hanging out with me and making my Monday better. Hopefully I made your Monday better. And we're going to come back around on Friday for another stream. And Wednesday's video is going to be a update video since it's the start of a new month and it's been a while since I've done a sit down and talk to everybody about the where I'm at on the guitar journey. So that's going to be coming up on Wednesday. It'll be a shorter video. I sat down in a park and recorded myself on my cell phone for quite a bit, and I've got some other stuff I need to mix in with that and get that out there. And yeah, so that'll be coming up on Wednesday. And then this month's song is going to be that rap diss track that we did. So that will be something I'll be working on this month. We'll get that out at some point in time as well. So thanks everyone for joining us. Hopefully all of you can find happiness and health. And if you can't find both, then find something, man. Hopefully I give you a little bit of something during these streams. But again, I just love hanging out with you guys. It's so awesome. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next stream.